Alright, response video to a big ton of videos. Professor Anton made 2 videos. That stupid guy, I'll call him stupid again, just for fun. The asshole, what's his name? The defending champ. So apparently all you have to do is walk in the ring and say, asshole, and he falls down. Some champ. God damn. Alright, then you got who else? Pyro, who's talking mush, you know, like, okay, philosophy is about how you feel about your life, and, you know, if you feel good about your life, then you're probably doing good. He doesn't say that, but it's almost the same goddamn thing. You don't know what right and wrong is, Pyro, without doing the philosophy thing first. So how can you know what to feel about your life if you don't know what right and wrong is? So you gotta do the hard philosophy first. It can't be this, how do I feel about it bullshit. That's just listening to the DNA again. Alright, there's somebody else. Yeah, Professor Anton was responding to that Bright Eyes something or other, or whatever her name is. Boy girl thing. You know, she's really good. You know, she's smart and articulate and all that kind of crap, but yeah, all these people are full of shit. Okay, so she's arguing we shouldn't argue with the theists. And to be serious, did a video kind of like that, saying don't argue with Venom. Oh, who's Venom paying X? Don't pay any attention. And yeah, I don't think we should be paying attention. And at least maybe one of us should go watch his videos and report to everybody else what the video was about, just so we don't all go over there, watch his fucking video, give it views, give it comments, give it more presence on YouTube, because that's a big mistake. We're making assholes popular, and what's the point in doing that shit? So maybe as a collective we ought to agree, okay, one guy go watch the fucking video, tell the rest of us what the fucking asshole said. Or something like that. But anyway, this whole idea that we can't argue with theists is just stupid. Especially when it's coming out of the mouth of a bunch of phantasmagoricals, a bunch of don't worry, be happy philosophy. They have their own theology. I mean, Professor Anton admits it. He calls philosophy theology. He says you can't be a philosopher without being a theologian. So why the hell should I make a distinction between an old fucktarded myth and a new fucktarded myth? What the fuck's the difference between some asshole who's, you know, getting his guidance out of a 2,000-year-old book, at least supposedly written by human beings, and some asshole who's sticking his ear to the ground and saying, Earth, talk to me, Mother Gaia, what do you want me to do next? I mean, that's what you got out here. You got these assholes who are fucking praying to the goddamn planet. And you're telling me that's a better religion? That's somehow superior? They're fucking aggrandize the DNA molecule, consumption and reproduction, a disgusting balance made out of the blood and guts of billions, trillions, gazillions of sentient organisms. And I'm supposed to make a distinction between those two philosophies? But I mean, that's the whole thing. This is just such bullshit. I mean, you know, this is like Mary Poppins, you know, telling us, you know, that we shouldn't talk to Pollyanna. I mean, that's how ludicrous this is. Don't argue with Pollyanna. It's coming from Mary Poppins. I'm sure Pollyanna has the same opinion. Oh, well, don't argue with the, you know, because they have a common interest. So fuck that shit. I'm going to argue, and I'm going to call somebody an asshole now and then, and it's not a big fucking deal. And so we'll deal with Professor Anton, who doesn't name names in his videos. I don't know whether he's talking about me or not. How the fuck should I goddamn know? He just makes this shit up, paraphrases, talks about ambiguous blibble blabble, so somebody can easily get the wrong impression about who the fuck he's talking about. I mean, doesn't he have the guts to name a name? Come on, name a name, asshole. Make a direct accusation. This ambiguous crap is just that, crap. You know, you can't even disambiguate when you're making accusations. You just make them to their group. You just make them to a pile. You just make them to space. Let people make mistakes. You're asking people to have a misimpression. You're encouraging it by being ambiguous. There's nothing, you don't need to be ambiguous about this. There's no mystery to the fucking equation, is there? You can name goddamn names and quote goddamn quotes. So goddamn do it. But this whole idea that it's something about the style of argument. So we get to this stupid defending champ guy. Sorry, I'm bouncing around. And then I'll get back to Anton. Alright, so this defending champ guy whined and complained because I called him an asshole. Big fucking deal. Alright, go ahead, call me an asshole. Everybody, scream it really loud. You fucking asshole. Gee, that doesn't really bother me much. You know, it didn't bother me at all. Didn't faze me one fucking bit. And I'm not saying it shouldn't faze you. I'm not saying you have your right to have your little pinky out kind of ways of living your life. And yeah, okay, I understand you're saying I have to live my life like you because you're the majority or you're the elites, and so I have to climb the ladder and I have to wear the tie and I have to pretend to be like you. Well, I'm not like you. And no, I'm not going to do that. I'm on YouTube. See, and that's it. You malign this environment. Why? Because this environment isn't one you can control. It's not one where the whole argument breaks down because everybody just starts talking bullshit. People have been arguing for hundreds of years. Have they accomplished anything in these goddamn arguments? No, they haven't accomplished a goddamn thing because they haven't been forced to get into the fucking Thunderdome and fight this shit out to the goddamn death. It's meant nothing. It's just been some superficial crap that people do. It's like our politics. It's a bunch of jackasses compromising. No one's got a knife to their head. No one's got there's no consequence for having the future of humanity within their grasp, in their hands, their control, and fucking with it for their own fucking political advantage. Yeah, we gotta be a little bit harsh and crude and rude, and let's get to the fucking core of this crap. So, and it's just such a cheap whine. I mean, go ahead. Give me a fucktard to argue with. Give me an asshole who just makes a bunch of accusations like, you're gay, you got 80s hair, jackass, or some other tripe. Alright, so if you're saying I'm arguing tripe, then goddamn, you have the perfect advantage. Then you should be able to quote the shit, and you should be able to say, look at the pile of goddamn shit that guy said. Look at this shit he threw at me. You should be able to do that. So goddamn do it! As I haven't violated anybody here, I haven't gotten really personal or any of that shit, and you goddamn know it, and you're just whining because the argument's out of your control now. Because you can't have the argument where you can break the fucking rules of logic anymore. Because I'm not gonna fucking let you. I'm not gonna let you play this stupid game and babble some kind of pretty babble like, let's boldly go where no man has gone before. And yeah, you go into a fucking meteor with a rock on it. And you're all going to sit around the rock and go, wow, look, it's a rock. Wow, it's a space rock. Oh my God, it's a space rock. You know, fuck you. I'm calling you out on your crap. Alright? Modern myth is no better than ancient myth. It's myth. It's crap. It's bullshit. Deal with the bacteria with brains. Deal with the fact that we are the descendant of nothing more than a piece of chemistry that acquired the capacity to reproduce. And that consciousness and the ability to feel was a mechanism, okay, that could be used through natural selection to control our behavior. Alright, not give us something. It didn't give us something, but being more competitive, being more able to rip the skin and flesh off every other goddamn creature around us. That's all it gave us. It gave us a fucking advantage in a sadistic game. And quit glorifying that like we're something special. You keep saying you don't have this thing, but what is this? Every fucking video you got to talk about what animals don't have. We have a bigger dick than animals. So we're better than animals. We got a bigger dick. I mean, all this. What is that shit? Why do you keep mentioning what animals are? You don't prove you're something by pointing to a retard and saying, look at this slobbering, babbling retard. I'm really brilliant because that's a retard. It doesn't prove you're smart, doesn't prove you have a purpose, doesn't prove you're accomplishing anything, doesn't prove you're productive, doesn't prove a goddamn motherfucking thing. It just proves that you can have a fancier delusion in your head. That's all it fucking goddamn demonstrates, is your capacity to create a sillier story to live by. But you're eating out of the same goddamn trough, and whether you do it with your little pinkies out and pretend you're doing something sophisticated and important, no, you're fucking animated and crap. Some other asshole brought up art, so I'll get to that. Two of them actually did on the Life Sucks video, like somehow art justifies humanity. I mean, it's just so goddamn silly. I've been painting stuff for a few years. And, it's nice, okay, you paint something, oh, yeah, pretty picture, blah, 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 blah. But, I'm tending to get more and more just plain graphic. I mean, the prettiest art is a beautiful pussy. I'll just paint vaginas. I mean, it's so in the eye of the beholder, asshole. It doesn't mean anything. It's based on what you emote to, what touches your little feely nervies. Okay, but you don't glorify art and say, oh man, it's something super duper special. It's not a Big Mac. No, it's a Big Mac. Okay, you can pretend it's something else, but it's a goddamn piece of chocolate cake. It's just another thing to rub our little sensitive spots with. And that's all fucking art goddamn does. It emotes us. It gives us an emotion, and we like to feed off emotions. That's why we like to watch movies. We like to vicariously live. We like to fantasize, and art is a tool in that game. And that's all it is. You pretentious fuckers. So anyway, all right, enough of this. Yeah, so part of this, the defending champ guy's argument is that I'm causing suffering by calling people an asshole. I mean, this is exactly my argument. They have no concept of this word suffering. They reserve it for nothing. It has no tangible anything to them. They just don't get it. All right. I mean, I could call people an asshole for a zillion years, a goddamn zillion years. Every fucking day, I could call somebody an